"40 acres, no restrictions, total freedom." If you've been waiting for land where you can do what you want, this East Texas property is it. I'm Dallas with Land Boss. We specialize in vacant land all over the U.S., but today I want to show you this 40-acre parcel that we have there in Harleton, Texas. So I'm going to start on the property info page. I am going to be rolling through pretty quickly, and I'm not going to touch on everything. So if you want me to send you the due diligence files, maybe more photos than we have here, or have any specific questions I can answer, just fill out your info. We'll get connected. We'll get everything over to you right away. Scrolling down, I want to take a look at the property details section. You might see some other properties on the MLS that have an address, but it's not an actual address for the parcel. It's not accurate. So this parcel number, APN, Assessor's Parcel Number, is what we want to reference there. That way, when you're doing due diligence, when you're talking to utility companies or the county, that way you know you're on the same page. You're talking about the same exact parcel there. And that's in Harrison County, by the way. So, when you look up the GIS map or anything like that, Harrison County is where you want to find it. I'll show you on the interactive map that I have in a second that you're actually on the border of Harrison and Marion County and why that might matter. But a couple of details I wanted to touch on, really important: access, right? You don't want to have to take a helicopter to your property. You want to be able to drive there, walk there, whatever it is. So this doesn't have normal county maintained road frontage, but it does have a dirt road easement getting to the lot. So we'll take a look at what that looks like on the photos in just a second. But you do have legal access to get to your property. It is not landlocked. Another important thing, again, zoning. There's no zoning department in Harrison County, so there's nobody saying, hey, you're not allowed to do this, that, or the other thing on your land. You can do what you want when you want to. Scrolling down, I want to take a look at the location on Google Maps real quick. So over here on Google Maps, you can almost see the outline of the property here, just compared to, like, in contrast to the timberlands around it. These are some different timber companies, but you can see just kind of a line there in contrast to their trees. You zoom out, you see Google puts that little dirt road easement all the way down to the property line. That's what we'll take a look at in the photos in just a second. This here is that Farm Road 2208 that you'll get access off of. Scrolling out quite a bit, you're just west of Jefferson, just east of Harleton, like the center of Harleton there. You have Marshall down here and Longview. You've got beautiful lakes, you've got wineries and community events. It's a really gorgeous area, and you're not far from that Louisiana-Texas border, so Shreveport right over the border over there. So great area, again, you're close to community stuff, but also you have a lot of privacy there, tucked off of 2208. I want to take a look at the property in the interactive map though. All right, so here we are. You can see, first things first is the contour lines, those little squiggly yellow lines going through the lots. Those are showing you the elevation changes. So the property is fairly flat. It's definitely, buildable, plenty of build sites. You're not going to need any serious grading or, build plans to account for a steep grade. So that's really great. The other thing I want to point out is that white line going through the property. I don't know if you see it here. That is actually the county line. So the majority of that lot over there on Harrison County, that's who you pay taxes to, that's who the deed's recorded with. But on this Marion County side, that's where the easement is recorded. So that's really the only complicating factor. Nothing else that really, Marion County doesn't really come into play other than that, but it's good to know. So real quick, you'll see these little photo points. I want to take a look at each of those. That's going to show us the view. First of all, here from Farm Route 2208, let's take a look. So that's the main road, and that's the, it's kind of gravel dirt as you start out coming off the road there. It's not marked, so you want to know what it looks like right away. If you follow that there, you're going to see first a carport. That's kind of that gravel part, and you're going to follow this road down here. Once you get down the road a little bit, you'll see it turns into mostly dirt road and a little bit less maintained, you'll notice. And then we're going to get to the T here, where your dirt road easement gets you to the property. Now this is the part that's pretty overgrown, right? You see, that's definitely overgrown. You see some wheel marks, some tire marks there, but you're definitely not going to want to bring your Mercedes out here. I would personally take an ATV or just walk the lot. but that's what it looks like in person, so you don't feel like you got lost once you get there. If we're going to zoom out, I actually want to take a look from this side. If we're looking east to the property, right? Let's pull this up. Okay, so again, you can kind of see that outline compared to the timberlands around us. This is the sort of parcel that big investors who own hundreds and hundreds of acres in East Texas might pick up because you have oil and mineral rights, you have the right to timber your land, right? You already have some trees maturing there, and you have timberlands around it. So, you have a lot of investment potential. Whether you want to have a cabin or a ranch with trails, do your own thing. Maybe you drill in part of it, you have a seasonal ranch in the other, whatever it is, you have the flexibility to do it. And this is going to be a great investment whether you want to flip it down the line to a big investor or make it part of your family in your future. So if you have any specific ideas you want to run by me, if you have any questions, let me know. If you're ready for 40 acres of space, privacy, freedom, reach out. You know where to find me. I'll put my cell phone there on the screen, but it's area code 916-890-2567. I really look forward to connecting with you on this. I hope it's a great fit for you.